So throughout the class, the topic that stuck with me the most was the manifestation of the sacred, the materiality of religion. And instead of just talking about my topic for 3 minutes, I decided to see if I could explain it well enough to some friends and old teammates, and if they could come up with their own examples of the materiality of religion in sports. And this is what they came up with.
For me, religion materializes in many forms. For sports and purposes, one of these forms is actually a surfboard. We were given by our creators the intelligence to make a surfboard, as well as the athleticism to ride one, and just the fact that you are riding Mother Earth. You're riding nature. How much more spiritual can you get besides that? It truly is a spiritual connection while you're riding the wave.
My example of the materiality of religion as it applies to sports is probably my baseball glove. I've had it for as long as I can remember, and it has always had a sort of sacredness in my life. It's helped me to practice my gifts, and it's become a part of me, not just an extension of my hand.
Oh, hey there. So in my experience, I highly value my hockey stick because a lot of hockey sticks come in different shapes and sizes, different little unique features about them, and when you finally find the hockey stick that's right for you, you get really attached to it. Now, hockey sticks break pretty often, especially for me, and so you can't really get attached to one particular hockey stick in mind all the time, but every time I get a new one, I get super excited like a kid on his birthday.
The Polo Grounds San Francisco is a huge complex in the middle of Golden Gate Park where soccer, lacrosse, and a lot of other field sports are played. The Polo Grounds to me are a really sacred space because walking out onto the fields, I'm always with friends and family and my teams that played a huge role in my life as a kid growing up and through high school. So anytime I step onto the field, it brings me back to those days where I'd be walking out with my friends and lacrosse players and soccer team, and it's just a really communal space for me.
So I told the guys from the description from Professor Arnold's book about how religion involves more than just belief in spiritual beings, but that locations or items can become sacred. So they talked about surfboards and baseball gloves and hockey sticks and polo grounds. But my example is my football field, in that we spent years and years practicing our gifts on that field just to be able to share it with other teams and fans, and where the community can come together and be one and watch and support the players playing. And we also had a ceremony for my coach that died on the field because that's just where it felt the most right, the most connected spiritually to where we had learned from him. And yeah, I think the guys did a good job. They thought of all their examples themselves, and I was glad to see what came out of it. They all got into the project.